Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning. Well, good day.
Hello. Good
How are you?
afternoon.
Yeah,
I'm well, Anthony. How are you?
I'm great. Yes.
You look festive.
You try to keep yourself up as much as possible.
Yeah. Well, you
Yeah.
look the part. Welcome to the show. I'm so excited to be chatting to you today.
Yeah, it's good. It's an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you've got links to South Africa, such deep links that I feel like we know
Yeah.
you personally.
Yeah. It's like my second home. I love it. I hate that the
Yeah.
pandemic is in the way, so I'd love to be there.
What is it about South Africa, though, that you love so much that makes it feel like home?
It's just the rich history and the people and all the melanin and all the style and food and it's just so natural, and I don't know, it just feels like somewhere I've been before, and before I got there I was already connected. So the fact that I was able to be there and see the people and take it all in, it started to sink in.
Is there any kind of any places that you go in South Africa that remind you of your hometown, North Carolina? Are there some similarities there? The food, maybe, the people?
I like when I went to Bloemfontein, it was more laid back, like where I'm from here in North Carolina. Yeah, so I like Bloom. Bloom is nice.
Bloemfontein, of all the places.
Yeah, that because Joburg is more city than we live in a city. It's a pretty up and coming city, but it has a different feel. Joburg is more like close to like New York, where I'm from. It's more southern and laid back, and Bloom just had the countryside. We have a lot of trees and ponds and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Well, we're in KZN, so I don't know if you got a chance to come to Durban.
Oh, I love Durban. Durban was nice as well.
Yeah.
Cape Town, Durban, Mafi King. I've been all over. Pretoria, all these amazing places, but I definitely love Durban.
Okay, well, we recently celebrated our Heritage Day out here in South Africa, which, of course, as you know, there is quite a rich heritage that we've got going on, lots of different cultures, quite a melting pot of people and situations and cultures and customs. Yeah. Is that also something that you kind of find interesting about South Africa, that in America, perhaps, I don't know how you celebrate culture. I mean, obviously, I know there's the Mardi Gras, but whose culture is it? What is it about, the American culture? If you had to transport it and put it here in South Africa, you think you'd celebrate on Heritage Day?
Yeah, I definitely would celebrate on Heritage Day. I saw celebrations and people were sending me things through WhatsApp and IG and celebrating national heritage, celebrating the heritage. I feel like I'm linked in deep enough.
You're linked in. So let's talk about your Apple playlist. When I first saw it, I got very excited because we have a term here in Zulu that goes undanga, which means we are vaguely in the same age group. So ndanga. I got excited by your playlist because I was like, I think we grew up kind of around the same time. And the first song that I saw, which I think is the first song on the playlist, which is Jodeci. I haven't heard Jodeci in so long, but that song.
That's my favorite group, man. They're from my hometown. Actually, Casey and JoJo and we're all cousins. And we're linked through the Truesdells and the Smiths. And we stay in contact as well. And, seeing them take off and me having the dream to do the same thing. I didn't know we were family then, but I was still such a big, huge fan. They had such a sound. It was like a grown-up sound with these young boys singing like they've lived life before. So it was really cool.
We'll always remember Casey's six-pack more than anything else as well at that time. So what made you choose lately? Is it that you're related, or just because it did form part of your come up?
It's just it's just one of those songs that remind me of the times.
Sorry, Forever My Lady, not lately.
Yeah, Forever My Lady. It's, I don't know, it's just being a young father, and just so you having my baby, and it means so much to me. So that alone was just like, man, here I am, a young father, I can relate. And it was just, I don't know, the chords, it just felt like it seeped into my soul. And that whole album was incredible.
So when they asked you to put this September playlist together, did you have songs that you moved and then took them out and then put them back? Because it's so difficult to choose a playlist depending on how you're feeling that day, I think.
Yeah, there were songs that I put on and took off, and there's songs I moved around in terms of where I felt like they fell, you know, in terms of the importance to me. And it wasn't enough space. I had so many others. So, but it was fun to relive those songs again.
And are all of them meaningful, or are some of them just a vibe? You just like it because it's a vibe. That's all there is to it.
I think it's, you know, they're all meaningful, but some of them still had a vibe that was pretty cool. Took you to a place, or reminded me of where I was, me and my friends, and some of the young relationships, you know, so, yeah.
And of course, you've got the legends in there as well. You've got Prince, you've got Michael Jackson, you've got Marvin Gaye in there. You couldn't leave them out, but also they have such a wide, you know, they've got their own playlists that are so varied and wide. How do you even go about choosing one of MJ's songs or one of Prince's songs?
You know, they are all, their playlists on their own. Just the you know, one of the millions of their songs, their hits that just kind of stood out to me over and over again. And yeah, it was kind of hard because I go back and forth. Raspberry Beret, no, Purple Rain, Under the Cherry Moon. Which one? And so you do that, and then with Michael Jackson, the same thing. Ben, Man in the Mirror, so it was just too many. So, but yeah, you know, the ones that always came to mind most often, I went with that. I was like, maybe this is my true feeling.
And you've delved into quite a few genres as well. It's not purely R&B or purely hip hop or purely kind of you know, some kind of genre. You've dug in a little bit here and there. Which of these genres for you is most exciting at the moment?
Wow, at this moment in my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the new school hip hop has been, you know, they're doing some interesting things, but I have to go with, you know, the R&B. The R&B. I've been hearing some really nice R&B coming back, like Jasmine Sullivan. She's got some really nice stuff out. I don't know. I'm just a big fan of music. I think they all play a really intricate part and an important part in my life, whether it be country, gospel, hip hop, R&B. I think I love it all. Blues. I think they all are just equally yummy to me.
Yummy. I like that. Yummy is a good word. So here's a little bone that I have to pick with you, Anthony. My favorite song of yours is not on this playlist. I had a problem with that, and you're gonna have to sing just a little bit of that song for me, just to make me feel okay.
What song was that?
That song is from your 5th album. That song is called "Pray for Me." That song does things to me.
I knew you were gonna say that. I was stupid, really stupid. Something told me deep inside, and I do it. What a dummy, such a dummy. To let some mess I shouldn't have did take it from me. Girl, if I could take it back, it'd be so bad. I'll be such an angel. You'd think that me and Jesus was cool like that, just like that. And everything between us be good. Girl, I know what I should have done. Should have walked away the moment that I saw her coming. But I blew it, really blew it. and lost the only girl I love. Dear God, if you're listening now, need to do a thing for me. You see my baby, she done up and walked out. Need to bring her back to me. I know that I was wrong, I was guilty of sin. I'm probably not priority. But dear God, if you're listening now, I'm down here dying, begging, crying. Somebody ought to pray for me. Mm-hmm. And that's the morning version.
It sounds as good as any version you've ever put out. Thank you for doing that for me. Because you don't understand the healing properties of that song. For us women, when we hear it, we hope and pray that our ex-boyfriend and the ex-boyfriend before that had the wherewithal to sing that kind of song.
Wow.
I'd love to know the inspiration. I know it's not on your playlist, but is there a story behind that song?
Yeah, just it was co-written by me and Babyface, and it was a totally different song in terms of structure when I took it to him. But just being in that relationship and you've exhausted all your, all that you could do to try to turn this thing around. So now it's like, okay, big man, I need you to do me a solid. You find yourself at that place when you messed up over and over and over. And so you have to seek a higher power.
No, it's completely relatable. I think that's why a lot of us absolutely love it. And speaking of relatable, you said you're linked to our country. You've made music with some of our artists, Casper Nyovest, as well as Amanda Black. We play the song Vuga on our radio station quite a lot. Oh, wow. It's a beautiful song. Our listeners absolutely love it. Collaborating with South African artists, what has that journey been like for you?
It's been really good. It's been opening me up to learn more about the music and the musicians there. Exposing me to a whole new audience. Some people may not know of me. Some people may, even though I've been there a million times. And it's doing the same thing here. People want to know more about, South African artists and the music and the musicians that are there are incredible. So I think it's just it's a win-win for everyone, and it touches the world. One fan at a time, one comment at a time, one download at a time, but before you know it, you'll have two different audiences from two different worlds, and it's a bigger community now to sing to.
Linked by music. I think I love that. And then speaking of this whole being linked by music, I also heard, because now obviously you have the second home here, so to speak, that one of our person from our country wrote you a beautiful poem recently. How does it make you feel if you have this kind of outpouring of love coming from our continent?
And just such a young age to have this type of understanding of words and to put it together and to express themselves like that. She was incredible. I think that poem was really, really honest. And, I was flattered. It just almost, it made you a little teary that someone at the age 15, the young lady, would think of me and my music touching her like that. That means it's something in that music that's pretty important. So it allowed me to see that, okay, you're on the right track, Anthony, even though sometimes you feel like you're not as mainstream here in the States as you would like to be, but you're still doing a good job, Anthony. So stay right where you are.
Yeah, we're almost out of time, Anthony, but there's something that we do on the show called Legacy. It's a feature that we do every Friday. And we really talk about what we, as we're still here. We always say give people their flowers while they can still smell them. What do you hope your legacy will be in the years to come, or maybe already now? You've already laid the foundation for that to bloom.
I just wanted to be, you know, a father. He cared about the world, and he healed us one song at a time. I'm gonna forever play his music, but forever remember how good he was to me. So I think that's very important. Above music, the man.
Just give us some motivation. I know we were already listening, but
Yeah.
for those that haven't yet.
Hey, Anthony Hamilton here. My playlist is absolutely bulletproof. You'll never find another better playlist. It's steeped in musical history and cross genres and things that will keep you and your body moving. Download my summer playlist on Apple Music. Do it today.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Anthony Hamilton, thank you, sir, for your time and all the best with everything.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Thank you.
All right.